Hello, Maths students. Mr. Mtiza here from Maths Academy. Today I'm going to take you through the calculations of simple interest and compound interest side by side so that we can notice the similarities and the differences. Sit back, relax, and concentrate. Let's get going. So I've got two scenarios which have with the same amounts, same rates, and same durations, the number of years. What's different is one is compound interest and the other one is simple interest. Now, how do we go about it? So as we have discussed before, interest is broken down into years. So the first one for simple interest, let's do year number one. Year number one, we are going to say 10,000, which has been invested plus the interest, which is 20%, 20 over 100 multiplied by 10,000, right? Which we are going to bring the borrowed amount plus 20% of 10,000 is equal to 2,000, right? If we add that together, it's going to give us 12,000. Now, I want you to notice that this is simple interest and our interest is 2,000. And remember, simple interest remains the same for the whole duration of the calculation. Now, in year number two, would say 12,000 plus 2,000. There's no need to do the bracket again because we have done the calculation and we have found out that our interest is 2,000. So 12,000 plus 2,000, it gives us 14,000. In year number three, we take our balance that we are having, 14,000, and we add it to what? To 2,000 again, because that is our interest, which is equal to 16,000. So using simple interest, at the end of 3 years, our investment will be 16,000. Now, let's go and do it with the compound interest. Year number one. You'll notice that it will be different, but the first calculation, the first period will be the same. It's 10,000 rands plus 20 over 100 multiplied by 10,000 rands, which is going to give us our 10,000 rand plus our interest, which we have calculated already, which is 2,000 rands. All in all, is 12,000 rands for first year. You'll notice that this 12,000 rands is the same as that 12,000 rands for the simple interest. But now please watch. As we go to year number two, we say 12,000 rands plus 20 over 100 multiplied by 12,000 rands. And it's no longer 10,000 rands as we did in simple interest. And we have explained on that. So it's going to be 12,000 rands plus, what's 20% of 12,000 on the calculator? It gives us 2,400. Now, when we add this together, it gives us 14,400 rand. Now, year number three. I hope you are seeing what's going on, boys and girls, because this is very key for your calculations. Now, it's 14,400 plus, open bracket, the same rate. Yes, you are right. Multiply by 14,400 rands. So, what are we going to get here? What's 20% of 14,400 rand? Is 2,880 rands. So we add the two for us to get the final investment, and then it becomes 17,280. So boys and girls, do you see what is happening here? When you use simple interest, same values, after period number one or year number one, there will be a difference, and the compound interest is always higher. Always remember that. Let's do a scenario and see where we're coming from. Mr. Ncube wants to invest for 3 years in a bank, but he decides to do it in different banks. Let us assume that he wants to invest 100,000. So Bank Gross offers him 6% simple interest. Bank Move offers him 5% per annum compound interest. Calculate the total value, right, of the final amounts and advise him on which option he should take. So now let's start with Bank Grow. Bank Grow. Let's see how he grows in Bank Grow. Yes, year number 1. Now, for year number 1, remember our amount is 100,000 plus what is our interest? 6% multiplied by 100,000. Now we get 100,000 plus what's 6% of 100,000? 6% of 100,000 is 6,000. So which means at the end of the year it's going to be what? 106,000 rands. Now we go to year number 2. Remember, we're dealing with simple interest. So the interest does not change, which is going to be 6,000 again. And when we add those two on our calculator, it gives us 112,000. And then year number 3 is equal to 112,000 plus 6,000. What do we get? It's 118,000. Now, that's Bank Grow. Let's check the other bank. Now, it's Bank Move. Let's see how Mr. Ncube is going to move using Bank Move. Notice the calculations will be different. Number 1, year number 1 is 100,000 plus, open bracket, this one is 5% multiplied by 100,000. Let's see how it goes. This is 100,000 plus 5% of 100,000 is 5,000. Right? And at the end of the year, it is going to be 105,000. Year number 2, stay with me. It's 105,000, 105,000 plus, open bracket, 5 over 100 multiplied by 105,000. Now, it's equal to 105,000 plus, what is our interest there when you're dealing with 105,000? It's 5,250 from our calculator, 250. And when we add that together, what will be the balance for year number 1? It's going to be 110,250 rands. And then let's go to the last year, the last period, which is year number 5. 110,250 plus, open bracket, 5 over 100 multiplied by 110,250, which gives us 110,250 plus, what is 5% of 110,250? It's 5,512.50. 5,512 rands 50. And our final amount, when we put that together, is 115,762.50 cents. So boys and girls, here we go. Remember, Mr. Ncube wants to invest. So if you are investing, right, you need to get more, right? Because what are you doing? You are investing. So between these two amounts, 118 and 115, which is greater than the other? Obviously, it is 118. So Mr. Ngube should get what? The offer from Bank Grow is the best option. But for interest sake, if Mr. Ngube wanted to borrow, obviously Bank Move would have been the best option. Why? Because you'll pay less. But you're investing, you want to get more. I hope you understand the concept. Boys and girls, this is what we needed to know, the difference between compound and simple interest. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, because more interesting videos are coming after this. Thank you so much.